Hey, good evening. My name's Chris Gunn, and once again, this is my channel, Chris Gunn's Bourbon Barrel Creations. Just want to take a second to kind of give everybody an update. It's been a little while since I've been on here. It's not that I've not wanted to. It's just I've been extremely busy. But what I want to kind of talk about tonight is I want to kind of talk through the process of of ordering a product for me, because my wife kind of said this was probably going to happen, and at first I really couldn't have fathomed it, but I think it is happening. With Christmas coming up, I'm getting a lot of orders, and I'm getting to the point now that I'm almost swamped. So I just kind of want to walk through how this process works, so if anybody's ever interested. So besides the channel, the YouTube channel, I've got a LinkedIn account, a Facebook account, and a Instagram account. People have advised me to start a web page, but I just haven't really gotten that far yet. You can find me on LinkedIn. It's Chris Gunn's Bourbon Barrel Creations, and then on LinkedIn and Instagram, it's CG Bourbon Barrels. And so generally I use those platforms to kind of display things that I've done, to give people an idea of what I'm capable of doing. Now, if you want something from me, you can contact me on any of those three platforms. You can send me a message, and once you send me a message, then we'll kind of start the cursory dialogue of kind of what you're after, and so at some point we'll move to a telephone call where we can talk details. Now, the way I work is I work on an honor system. If you tell me you want something, I'm going to commit to doing it if I can. If I'm at a point where I can't get it done, I'm just going to let you know that I can still get it done. It's just going to take me quite a while, or it might take longer. So the process is relatively simple. Once we get on the phone and we talk, you tell me what you want, whether that be a barrel cabinet, a half barrel cabinet. Do you want end tables? Do you want barrel lid end tables? Do you want crosses? Do you want Glencairn holders? There's other things I can make. 15-gallon barrel cabinets, and I can make guitar stands from barrel staves, and there's a couple things I can possibly make, and we can discuss that, and I'll let you know whether I think that I am capable of building it or not. So once we kind of decide on what you want, I'll quote you the price. Now, I don't advertise prices online. I just don't do it. I quite frankly don't know why I don't do it right now. I just don't do it. But I will quote you a price if you call me or if you send me a message. And I do believe I'm fair on my prices, because I've compared my work to other people's online, and I've kind of seen what they charge for their stuff, and then I think I'm fair. So once you call me, or once I call you and we start discussing details, your details are normally going to be what color you want it in, and I can do it in a variety of colors. The colors I normally do it in are like a lighter oak color, a darker oak color, and a cherry wood color. But if you have a color that you want that'll match something in your house, you just got to let me know what it is. And if Home Depot carries it, or Lowe's, we'll be in business. I'll go get a can of that stain, and I'll make it happen. The other thing I normally ask is, do you want a barrel that has character, or do you want a cleaner barrel? Now, I prefer a barrel with character, and when I say character, what I mean is when the bourbon leaks through the barrel, it leaves a stain on the outside of the barrel. And my friend Sean calls that the bourbon fat. It makes every separate barrel unique in its own way, and it makes them beautiful. Now, if that's not your jam and you want a clean barrel, I can attempt to facilitate that, and I'll try to find a cleaner barrel. Now, if you have a barrel and you want me to convert your barrel into a cabinet, then we'll talk a reduction in price, because you provide the barrel versus I provide it. And so we'll talk the stain color first, and then if it's a cabinet, we'll generally talk, do you want 1 or 2 doors on it? Now, when you do 2 doors, it's normally one will open to the right side and the other one will open to the left side. Those are a little bit more difficult to make than your normal barrels, your normal barrel doors. It's just, I have to align, especially if there's a logo on top of the barrel. I want to align the front doors to the logo on top. So if you look down at the barrel, you'll see the logo and the doors will be in the front of the barrel. That makes it a little bit difficult with two doors. The other thing with two doors is making the measurements of the doors match each other. Almost never will they be the same dimensions. It's just the staves will not facilitate that. So I tell people I will attempt to facilitate two doors for you, but if it looks like I can't align the logo on top of the barrel to the two doors, then I'm going to give you a phone call and we're going to discuss. We're going to probably have to go with one door. The other kind of thing I'll ask is if you want like a half barrel where I put a piece of flat wood on the back and it'll flush mount against the wall, do you want doors on that or do you want it to be open? Now, originally I would have not thought that an open half barrel would have been nice looking, but I had a gentleman ask me to do it for him, and so I did it. And after I did his, I was like, wow, this is beautiful. And so I personally believe, and my wife thinks the same, that if you don't put a door on a half barrel, it's prettier that way. But once again, it's what you want. It's going to be something that you're going to want to display, and I want you to be satisfied with it. Okay, so once we discuss all the options, the next step I have to take is I have to get my hands on the barrel. Now, that's normally not too hard to do. Just, like I've said before, 13th Colony provides me quite a bit of my barrels, and they normally have them in stock and they sell them to me. It's just a case I got to get down there and get the barrel. Once I have the barrel in my house is when I will attempt probably within the next 24 hours to get started on what you want. I will let you know by text when I'm going to get started on your stuff. And generally I try to hold myself to a 10-day period. I can get it done faster, but I'm going to have to rush it. And I don't like to rush this stuff because I can make the smallest mistakes and they have big repercussions. So 10 days is what I ask people to wait on. Now, the next thing is, are you going to come get it, or am I going to deliver it, or how you're going to take delivery of this barrel? I have yet to attempt to put a barrel on a FedEx truck. If someone wants to pay for it, that's fine, because I tell them that it's the cost of the barrel plus the shipping. And I know these barrels are heavy, and that's why I've been hesitant to ship one on a FedEx truck. If you want me to meet you somewhere and you want to throw in a little gas money for the trip, then I'm more than happy to do it for you. Now, I'm not going to drive thousands of miles to deliver a barrel, but I will. I've drove about halfway across Georgia, and an individual drove up from South Carolina and met me. I made the same trip to the same location for another individual who drove up from Fort Stewart, Georgia. It's up to you. It's just we've got to figure out how to deliver this barrel. And then the last thing I'll say is I do not take people have asked me, do you need a down payment? No. As of right now, no, I don't. I haven't got burned yet. I've had some people who have wanted things and then come back and told me almost before I got started that for various reasons they couldn't commit, and that's fine. I got no problem with that, because even if I'd probably had started a barrel, I could have sold it to someone else. But I don't take a down payment. I go on the honor system here. So that's kind of the process for how if you wanted something, if you wanted me to make you something, I would go about making it for you and I would deliver it. So hope this kind of clears the air, or kind of makes it a little bit more, makes it a little bit clearer. But, I do appreciate everyone who has committed to allowing me to build them something for them. I've been extremely humbled by this, and I hope to continue to be able to build this for people. But other than that, I'm going to try to, once again, I said it at the beginning, I'm sorry, but it's just I've been super busy. I'm going to try to get at least one video out a week. And I'll leave you with this. If hopefully you got something good in your glass. I got a little bit of Ben Holiday soft red wheat tonight, which was a phenomenal pour. But if you've got something in your glass, then I hope you can share it with someone you care about, and you can make some memories. And I'll see you at the next one.